Yes, guys, alright, let's have a look at how the big race in Stockholm went. So, by now, I'm assuming everybody watching this will know the result, will know a little bit of feedback that I may have given via my social pages like Instagram. And just so everyone's aware, it was a fifth place finish for myself in a time of 60 minutes and 14 seconds. So let's just get some things laid out straight away. On paper, all right, on paper alone, that is not what I was after. And one may assume that I would be disappointed in that result. Fifth overall, when I was definitely going for at least podium, I did want to retain that number one spot. So fifth overall, and my worst time since my season opener last September, so almost a year ago. That was also 60 minutes, but ever since then I've progressed, all the way down to the 57.17 in Cardiff about 6 weeks ago. And this was back up to 60 minutes and 14 seconds. So on paper, one may assume that there would be a sense of disappointment, but I cannot stress enough how untrue that is, and how proud I am to be sitting here right now having placed fifth for many reasons. So the course was a big, chunky, unforgiving World Championship course. It was hard, and that's exactly how it should have been on the world stage. The sleds weren't too challenging for myself. They weren't extremely difficult, but it was just a big course. Rock zone was pretty big. The run laps were big, and yeah, it was just a big, unforgiving World Championship course where I think everyone, or the majority of people didn't hit like a PB, for example. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the race, and I'll talk you through it as we go through it. So you can see here, I am in the start tunnel. I had a very good warm-up, a great preparation. I was there on the Monday, racing on the Friday, so I was feeling good, prepared, rested, trained, full in terms of energy stores. I was ready to go. So I'm in the tunnel here, just getting psyched up. See a couple of the supporters who were just hanging over the edge there, getting ready to go, lining up alongside all the boys. A couple of lads in front of me to my left there, just in front of me. I knew they were going to be in the mix. And also, you see the lad in the red sleeves. I knew he was also going to be up there as well. So the first run was the shortest run of the day. It was only a couple of laps. So second time in. Second time you see the in arch. So I've hit the ski erg. Okay, so my approach coming into the ski was to come in mid-pack, and I think I was in about 12th position here. I'm not 100% sure, but around 12th position. I jumped in, and my pace, or my projected race pace, was between 1:46 and 1:48, which I did manage to hold the whole way through. Coming off the ski, quick check of the heart rate, it was slightly higher than maybe it should have been at that point. Was pushing up, if I can remember correctly, towards that 180. I'm good to operate up towards 182, 183. However, this early on in the race, I didn't really want to be seeing that number just yet. So away we go, on to the next run. Feeling pretty good here, you can see I'm moving well. And we move into the sled push. So I think I'm into the sled in around 6th position. So I moved up a good few places on that run, or off the ski erg into the run, and I'm about 6th here. So you can see I'm taking those breaks. So I broke at the halfway point on each of the first 3 lengths. And then on the 4th length, I would pause twice. So at 2 points during the 4th and final length. So again, this is what I seem to do on the sled. Just take that little break, finish it off, and away we go. So I've moved up a couple of positions there. Always pretty tough running off that sled. Legs are feeling heavy. All right, we move into the sled pull, where I have been performing well this season. I'm probably in about 5th, maybe 4th or 5th position here. I just keep it nice and calm, couple of steps back, step forward, pick up the rope, and away we go. We always jog it down, just always saving that little bit of time. Just nice and smooth every time. And away we go again. All right, so there we go. I'm in 2nd place now. And the guy in front of me, that guy just on your screen, goes on to be the winner. The French guy who actually finished 2nd last year to myself. So after the sled pull, I thought, right, time to throw it down. I thought I can really put my foot down here. My burpees this year have been very, very good, or much improved anyway. So in all the simulations, in all my races, I've managed to hold a really good cadence. And if anything, my heart rate actually reduces down in the burpees, which is something that I've worked hard to achieve. However, coming in this time, I started well, pretty quick on the old cadence. You see the judges are well on you here. So cadence looking good, but I could just never catch the guy in front of me. See, I'm really close there, but he just kept advancing away from me. I was just never getting any tighter towards him. And you can see the boys behind me here. They're both looking pretty fast. They're catching me. So this is just where I started to feel it. And I knew I was in for a long race coming off, well, halfway through and coming off the burpees. I knew it was going to be a long, hard slog for the remaining time. But I stayed positive. I'd watched the elite race the night before. And the guy that won it, he came off the sled pull in last position. And then ended up winning the thing. So I was confident coming into the row where I would just regain a little bit of energy back, regain, or settle my heart rate a little bit. As you can see, I've come in 2nd place. I think the guy to my right, the leader, was around 100 to 120 meters ahead of me at this point, which is quite a long way ahead. The guy to my left, he, as you can see, kept checking my screen. He was catching me the whole time. So my projected pace on the row is again around that 148. Don't mind if it goes up to 150, but towards the end of the row, I was struggling to hold 155. So I was really starting to feel it on the row. I just couldn't get that heart rate down. So I'm grafting now here. I'm pushing hard here. Yeah, you can see my time there is 154 pace compared to 152 to my right and I think 146 to my left. Those boys have finished and I'm off in 3rd, quickly followed by the guy in 4th place. And as I said, we've still got half the race to go here and I'm having to graft. I'm having to really dig in now. I feel like my paces are slowing down. There's a bit of a grimace on my face. This is Struggle Street. This is where I start getting in that pain cave. And traditionally for me, farmer's carry has been a struggle. However, the last few races, I've made a point of not putting the kettlebells down. However, at the halfway point in this race, I was forced to drop them. I'm struggling here. I've been taken over by 2 people, so I think I leave the farmer's carry in 5th and then I hold that position right to the finish. A little bit of awkwardness here. You can see my kettlebell is on the line. It's exactly on the line. So he calls me back. I have to put it back inside. As I do, it actually falls over. Thankfully, nothing was said about that. But all these little rules you have to abide by. And yeah, I come into the lunges here having struggled on the run of the farmer's carry. And I come into the lunges in 5th position. Now again, this season my lunges have been good. I've managed to step through like this the whole way. But towards the end of the first length of lunges and for the whole of the second length of lunges, I'm taking that little toe tap. I'm taking that little breather in between the reps. You can see cadence is actually pretty slow here. I am definitely in the cave now, in the hurt locker, with 1 run to go. And again, with 1 run to go, I'm thinking it's not over until it's over. You know, the wall balls are still to go. I could pull it out the bag. In all of my simulations, I've gone unbroken on these wall balls. So I'm thinking, right, if not unbroken, can I hit my other go-to, which is a 70-30 split? So I've come in here. The guy 2 down to my right now is the guy just ahead of me. So I'm only 9 wall balls behind him. The guy to my left, obviously it's very tight between me and him. I actually go the first 50 unbroken. I had to take a pause there. I think I then got to like 65. You can see the guy to my right now is only 8 reps in it. 8 reps. So I've got to dig in very, very deep here. I'm actually just behind the guy to my left. And I get to around 75 reps. Little break. Probably 85. Little break. Try and push through for the final 15. And on my 100th rep, I throw the ball up and it's a no rep. So I'm stuck on 99. So I have to pick that ball up one more time and complete the 100 rep count. And then for me, it's just get to the finish. Hopefully no one overtakes me on the way through. And yeah, after Cardiff, I was dancing around the stadium, feeling absolutely amazing. This time, it's complete collapse onto the floor as I am absolutely done in. So there we have it. That is kind of my race overview, my race debrief. The wheels could have easily fallen off there. When I was coming off the burpees, I still had hope because I came into the rower in 2nd place. But coming off there, I felt gassed. I didn't feel re-energized, what I can usually or can sometimes feel coming off the rower. I had nothing more to give. It was a case of digging deep, giving everything you've got. As I referenced earlier, now I can usually operate at around the 182 beats per minute heart rate. If it starts creeping up to like 184, I just have to slow things down. I couldn't get it below 184 here. The lowest I was seeing it was 184. It was going 185, 186, 187. I just cannot operate at a good level. It just means you've got to dig in harder. Your body just won't push to your capabilities. So like I said, it's just a matter of mindset. The wheels could have easily fallen off and I could have just allowed everything to go and just really fallen down the rankings. But had to dig in deep to finish 5th. So an overriding sense of pride and achievement for doing that. Maybe not the position I came away or I went away to get. However, it's probably the hardest I've ever had to work for a result. And at the end of the day, you're still 5th fastest in the entire world. So I think something definitely to be proud of. So I went back a couple of days later and raced a mixed doubles race. And that was really, really great. I absolutely loved it. Me and my partner, Emma, we performed really, really well. we managed to finish in 10th position. Our time was, well, it had a 15-second penalty added onto it because my fault, actually stepped onto the front of the sled pull line twice, which gave us a 15-second penalty. If it wasn't for that, we'd have finished 7th, but we ended up finishing in 10th place. And I left Stockholm very, very happy, very, very proud. There was a number of our ace team performing out there. There was additional ace supporters out there, and all the community back home really got behind us. Really, we could feel the love, we could feel the encouragement from everybody. So all in all, the HYROX World Championships 2026 was a huge success. So I'm taking away only positives from the season that me and the team have just had. On a personal standpoint, it's been very, very good for me. I've definitely seen progress. My training's in a good position. I'm fit. My numbers are really, really good. I feel great. Going forward into next season, I am probably approaching it slightly different. My first couple of races in the season are doubles races. I am going to race singles, of course, once again. However, at this current moment, things may change. I do have a slightly different mindset going into it. The sport is just really, really, really elevating in terms of professionalism, standards. It's becoming like an absolute. It's been a thing for a while. Don't get me wrong, but it's becoming like an absolute like sport what everybody's getting into. You have to have licenses now to compete at the highest level. I'm not too sure I'm going to go down that route. So that means you can't qualify for like the elite races. You can still qualify for the age group races. It just means you won't be eligible for the elite races. But for me, that stands pretty well. I'm not too bothered about that. Yes, I'm going to be very competitive. I'm a competitive man. I'm a competitive athlete when I get going. So I'll still be competing. However, at this moment, the way I'm feeling, I am going to head into the 26-27 season with much more of the fun element labelled across my races, which I'm going to be competing at. So things might change, but that's how I'm feeling currently. Having just completed in my 4th World Championships, and to my name, I've got a 4th place finish, a 3rd place finish, a win, and now a 5th place finish. So I'm competing at the highest level of the game, which is very, very good. It's a testament to my dedication to it, to my approach to it, and more than anything, the enjoyment I get from it as well. But anyway, that is it. That's the race debrief from HYROX Stockholm, the World Championships 2026. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you've enjoyed the content over the past probably 12 to 14 weeks now. We'll continue to bang these videos out. And if you've ever got any feedback, or you want to reach out, or you want to chat about anything, then please feel free. And yeah, that is it, guys. So once again, thanks for all your support. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.